Our location across the street from the NIH is a game changer. People come from all over the world to stay in the Bernard Creeger Bikur Cholim house.
The volunteers of Bikur Cholim are unparalleled. They are the selfless and the silent heroes.
Bikur Cholim is a true partner in keeping hope alive.
Our home is a safe haven. It gives an anchor to families when the rest of their world is spinning out of control.
We just moved to South Carolina about a year ago, making friends in a new place. And then in October, I had a cough that was hard to shake.
The doctors found a 10-centimeter mass in David's chest, but we had to wait to find out what it was. The biopsy showed that David had a rare thymic malignant tumor. I was very, very shocked and kind of wondering why this was happening to me. But there was a silver lining in all of it, in that there are successful outcomes and treatment options available. The incidence of this is 1.5 in a million. That morning, our lives changed forever. We went from being a normal family into survival mode. I immediately went online, Googled thymic malignancies, and the NIH popped up.
The NIH is usually the last stop and the last hope for patients and their families. They provide cutting-edge interventions that cannot be obtained anywhere else in the world.
I knew I had to get David to the NIH to save his life. We rallied our family, our friends, and thank God the NIH was able to excise his tumor. I believe everything is divine providence. I noticed that one of the doctors at the NIH was wearing a kippah. And that's how I found out about Bikur Cholim. At that time, I was staying at NIH campus. We had no family, we had no friends, we had no support. I called Bikur Cholim, I spoke with Audrey Siegel, and she invited me to meet her for coffee.
On that first coffee date, Nachama poured out her heart to me.
I felt like Audrey was offering David and I much needed hope.
The interventions and protocols at NIH don't happen overnight. They can take weeks, even months. Without the Bikur Cholim house, where would these patients stay for their life-saving treatments?
The Bernard Creeger home gave our family this incredible sense of comfort and support.
Bernard Creeger was my father. When I walk into the Bernard Creeger Bikur Cholim house, I feel a connection to my father and his legacy. I really think that he would really love this house.
In most homes, a kitchen means food. But in our home, a kitchen means healing.
Bikur Cholim arranged a kitchen for me to cook in. They got me the food, they got me the utensils, they got me the spices, and I felt like it was the first time in months that I could bring David back to health.
When a person comes to the NIH, they not only need medical assistance, they need physical, emotional, and spiritual support for their entire family.
For my kids, it was a godsend. They couldn't spend more than 15 minutes at a time at the NIH.
The house provided my kids with snacks and friendships and a sense of normalcy. During David's illness, I was advised to light Shabbos candles, to bake challah, and to really nurture the spiritual aspects of my life. I felt the serenity of taking on these mitzvahs. It healed my soul. There's nothing in the NIH handbook about lighting Shabbos candles. Thank God Bikur Cholim is here. My dad is a Holocaust survivor, and I felt very connected to the grandparents I never met. I feel their strength and their courage as I advocate for David and for our family.
What inspires me about David and Nachama is their courage, their openness, and their sense of gratitude.
The Bikur Cholim house is going to be our home away from home. It gave me a sense of community, hope, and healing, and provided my wife with much needed respite.
The Bernard Creeger home and Bikur Cholim gave us our smiles back and the strength to carry on.